Today, I'm going to be showing you how I made this AI marketing team with only one AI agent inside it. So as you can see, this AI agent has access to 5 different tools, which are create a LinkedIn post, create a blog post, create an image, also edit those images, and also it has access to the search image database. So let's start from this content creation. This is the LinkedIn post tool. This is the blog post tool. This is the create image tool. This is the edit image tool. And this is the search image database. But don't worry, you don't have to start building it from scratch. If you stay with me until the end of this video, I'll show you how you can download this template completely for free. And I'll show you how you can plug it in inside your n8n and start working with it. So before we jump in, let me show you a demo and also show you how this AI agent works. Alright, so as you can see, we are communicating with our agent through Telegram, and it can be either voice or text. So let me move this a little bit here and bring up my Telegram. And let's say that I want to generate an image for an online store that currently they are running a flash sale where everything is 50% off. Please generate an advertising image for an online store which they sell electronics, and currently they have 5-day flash sale where everything is 50% off. So as you can see, we send a message to our AI agent. Now our AI agent is using the brain and hitting the create image tool. So obviously this takes time, and I'm going to check back once it is finished. All right, it just finished, and you see that it says here is your advertising image for the electronics store 5-day flash sale. And if you click on this link, it will directly take us to the image inside the Google Drive, which I show you later. Let's quickly check the image. Actually, I like it. This is a very cool image. So now let's say that we want to edit this image and, for example, make it more realistic, or remove this headphone from here. But before that, let's quickly jump inside the Google Sheet that I have. This is a marketing team log, where you can see that we have a title which says electronic flash sale. The request is actually the prompt that we send it to ChatGPT, and we have a link. If we click on the link, it takes us to a Google Drive where we actually saving those images. So let's tell our AI agent, actually we want to edit this image and we want to remove this headphone from the picture. Can you please edit this image and remove the headphone? So now we are transcribing, and our agent is hitting the image database to exactly see what image we want to edit, and then right now it is hitting the edit image, which is the right tool. So let's wait for it to finish, and I'll get back to it once it finishes up. All right, so that just finished up, and you see that we got an edited image where it removed the headphone from it, but also it removed the second phone, which is fine, no problem. I just wanted to show you how it grabs the previous image and knows what image exactly to edit and send us back. Everything is consistent here, but we just removed a few elements here. And here also we have a message that says here is the edited image with the headphone removed. So if we click here, it takes us to the Google Drive where we can get that image. It almost takes about a minute, or a little bit under a minute to generate those images for us and send it back to us. So here's the Google Sheet again. You see I have our title, but this time the type is edit. So this means that we already edited some existing image. This is the request, and again this is the link. If we click, it takes us to the Google Drive. All right, now let's also test one of these content creation. Let's create a blog post. So I'm gonna hit the test workflow. It is waiting for the messages from Telegram, and let's say, can you create a blog post on eating healthy? So right now message was transcribed. Our AI agent is hitting the blog post tool to create a blog post for us. And once it is done, it will send us a message and it will let us know the blog post is created. So once it finished, I'm going to get back to it. All right, guys, it finished up. It almost took under a minute to generate this blog post for us. Let's see what it generated. All right, so here is our graphic. It will in 2024. Basically didn't know that we are in 2025. We can easily edit this using our edit image tool. But let's see what it says. Whole food sugars, balanced meal sugars. Actually, this is a very good graphic for our blog post. And here below it, we actually have our blog post. And at the bottom, it also has a reference to it. It says that here's the blog post you requested. Hope you enjoy it. And we can click here and it takes us to the Google Drive. So here on the Google Sheet, we have the title, which is a simple step of healthy eating. The type is post right now because this is a post blog. And here, this is the request for it. And we have also the link to the image. And here is actually the blog post. So in the content creation section, we also have another tool, which is a LinkedIn post besides the blog post. So if I want to show you quickly the entire workflow, actually this is for the LinkedIn post. It is the same as blog post. It generates a LinkedIn post for you with a graphic, and you can post it directly from n8n to your LinkedIn account. And also this is the workflow for the blog post, which has the same structure from the LinkedIn. For both of them, I made a video a few days ago, and if you want to see how you can set this workflow for yourself and constantly post on your social media or generate blog posts automatically, I'll put a video somewhere on the top. You can click and you can watch that video too. So now that we have seen a demo for it, it's actually time for me to break down all these tools for you. So let's start from this marketing team agent. So this is actually our AI agent, which is getting the messages from the Telegram. And here you see that the prompt or the user message, I set the field to json.text. Basically, it always looks for the text. So what happens is that once we send a message in our Telegram, it is either text or voice. If it is a text, we will set the field to text and we send it to our AI agent. But if it is a voice, we will download this voice and we will transcribe it using ChatGPT Whisper, and then we will send it to our agent. Also, this AI agent has a system message or a system instruction on what exactly you need to do. Here, basically, we are telling an overview. I'm telling that you are a marketing AI agent. Your job is to help the user create and edit images based on the request or create content. So here, I'm defining which tools it has. I'm telling that use the create image tool to create an image. Use the edit image to edit that image, use the image database to search for the images. It has blog post to create a blog post, LinkedIn post to create a LinkedIn post, and it also has a think tool. Basically, this is a new feature from n8n, which I'm telling that use this tool if you need help making some decisions. And at the end, I'm giving instructions. Basically, I'm saying that sometimes when we want to make some edits, we also say that make this image something. So I'm telling that if the user says that make that something or edit that image, it means that, or indicates that they want to edit the last image. So it always knows that if you have the intent of editing the image. And I'm saying that if the user requests a blog post or a LinkedIn post, use the blog post or LinkedIn post tool and output. Here is the post you requested. Basically, this is the last message that we get in Telegram. And lastly, for the output, I'm saying that always return the image link as a clickable link. So basically, our agent is getting the messages from Telegram and sending us a message inside the Telegram. And then the fun part is actually these 5 tools that we have connected to our AI agent. I already told you that about LinkedIn post and blog post. I have made a video. It's somewhere up here. You can click and watch them. So let's start from create image. So obviously we are giving a name as a create image, and the description I'm telling that call this tool to create an image. We are connecting another workflow which I showed you here. This is our another workflow. We are connecting this workflow as a tool to this agent. So what you need to do is to actually from here workflow, you need to choose the workflow that you want to connect. So right now I'm connecting or using create image. And once it is connected from this workflow, we send some data to this workflow. And those are image title, image prompt, description, and a chat ID. So this is the image workflow, and it always starts with a trigger. Right now it is using when executed by another workflow. And from here, you see that we are not using accept all data. We are defining some fields below. So what we're defining is that the image title, image prompt, and chat ID, which are coming from our main workflow. So here for the image title, I'm using this little button here, which actually let the model defines the parameter by itself. And I give it a description. It says that the title of the image should be no more than 4 words. And for the image prompt, again, I'm using the feature that let the model define this value. The description I'm giving is that the image requested by a user. This is only for our AI agent to understand what is going on. And for the chat ID, I'm also sending a chat ID to that workflow. And here at the end, we are sending a message. Basically, the chat ID is for this node here because I want to send our result exactly to the same chat. So here, the chat ID that I'm sending is actually from the first node, which is our Telegram trigger. If you scroll down, you will see that here we have a chat and here we have a chat ID, and I'm dragging and dropping it here. So once the data from our AI agent is sending to this create image, this workflow will start and we will receive the same data here. So let's go to execution and see last run, which I made an image, And let's copy this to editor so I can show you here. So this workflow started when I told my AI agent that I want a picture or an image for electronics flash sale. And you see that that agent from the main workflow sent this kind of information. So it sent here the electronic flash sale, it sent the image prompt, and it sent the chat ID. And now we are feeding our image prompt agent with those information. Here you see that we have image title, image prompt, and chat ID. And for this image prompt agent, the user message or prompt is actually the image prompt. So whatever here we have as an image prompt, we are giving it to our image prompt agent. And same as before, this agent also has a system message where I'm explaining that you are an expert image prompt engineer. Your role is to take the simple image topic or concept and expand it into a fully detailed image prompt. Basically, I'm telling him that, hey, here is the image prompt and you should read this image prompt, analyze it, and give me the output. And the output is actually a prompt which we can grab it and send it to OpenAI or ChatGPT to generate an image for us with this HTTP request here. And here I'm using a post method, and this is the URL to the OpenAI which generates us an image. And here I'm using my authentication credentials, and here we are defining which model that we want to use to generate an image. And here we have another parameter which is a prompt. Basically we need to send that prompt to the API for OpenAI. And here for the prompt, actually we are grabbing the output from image prompt agent and putting it here. Also we have another field which is a size which we are using 1024 by 1024. So we will send this data to our API in OpenAI, and it takes under a minute to generate an image. And then it will send us back this huge line of codes, which we call it base 64. And this is actually our image, and next step is actually to convert this code into a binary file. So here I have this node which I'm grabbing this from our HTTP request, putting it here, and basically I'm converting it to our image. So once it is done, we will get our image here. And then we have two ways. The first way is actually to send that image inside the Telegram. As you see that we received this image here inside our Telegram. After that, we will upload that image to our Google Drive. Here I connected my Google Drive. If you want to connect also yours, you can click here on this docs and it will walk you through. This is very easy thing to do. Basically, you need to connect your Google Drive and define the operation. Here I need to upload, so our operation is upload. And here this is the file or our picture. I put the .png to make it as a picture, and when we want to upload it to our Google Drive, and here I'm choosing the folder that I want to upload in. And then after that, once we upload it inside our Google Drive, we have this Google Sheet node here, which its job is to actually come to this Google Sheet and fill all of these fields. So here again, I connected my Google Sheet. I'm telling which Google Sheet I want to use. Here I'm using the marketing team log. This is the same name as I showed you before. And here we have some fields as title, type, request, ID, link. And for the title, I'm using the title from the first node, which is this one. I'm grabbing and putting it here. The type is always fixed, it is always image. The request here is basically our image prompt, which I'm getting from here. And the ID is actually the ID for the file inside the Google Drive, which I'm getting it from here and putting it here. And the link is also the link to the Google Drive. So under the Google Drive, if you scroll down, you will find this web view link here, and you have to put it here. And for the post, I'm not using it, so we leave it. So the next one is actually the edit image. Let's open it and see. I'm calling it edit image, and I'm telling that call this tool to edit an image. The workflow that I'm choosing is actually the edit image, which is this one. And here everything is same. We are sending some data from our main agent to this workflow. So we have the image. Basically, this is the exact image that we want to edit. I'm using this feature to let the model or AI defines it. The description is that the title of the image the user wants to edit. And the next is request. Again, the model is defined it by itself. The description is that the edit the user wants to make to the image. Basically, this is what changes that we want to make inside our image. And the chat ID is the same, the chat ID for the Telegram. And here we have the picture ID. Basically, this is the picture ID from our Google Drive. So it needs to find that ID from Google Drive and pass it to this tool so it knows that which image exactly needs to be edited. So here I'm letting the model to define by itself, and I'm giving it a description saying that the ID of the image to edit. So once this data is passed to that workflow, we will receive it here as image, request, chat ID, picture ID. So let's go to execution, and the last one, which I edited that image, copy to editor, so I can show you here. So we receive data from our main workflow. We receive image, which is electronic flash sale. The request was to remove the headphone, if you remember, from that image. The chat ID is same. The picture ID here was found from our Google Drive. So now the next step is actually download that image. And why we need to do that? Once we want to change or edit something inside our picture, we need to send that picture to the OpenAI and tell that, hey, please make changes inside this picture. Otherwise, it will generate another picture for you with your changes. But we want to stay consistent, and we want our same image to be edited. So we need to download that image, and for downloading we need the picture ID. That's why we get the picture ID and send it here. So here I'm connecting to Google Drive account, and I'm looking for a file, and the operation is to download that file. And for the value of that file, I'm putting this picture ID here, and then it goes and download the image. This is the image, and now we are sending another HTTP request to OpenAI with our request and our image. So here I'm using the post method, but for the URL at the end it says edits because we want to edit image. And here I've connected my authentication and API keys. And as a body, what we're sending, basically we are sending the image itself, which is a binary file. It is not anymore base 64. We converted it into a binary, and this is the data. And here for the prompt that we are sending to OpenAI is actually our request. So if I change to the schema, you will see that our request was remove the headphone from the image. So I'm getting it and putting it here. You see it says remove the headphone from the image. And the model is the same. We are using GPT image 1, and the size is actually the same. We are using 1024 by 1024. So now we send this image and our request to OpenAI, telling to make those changes. It will send us back this base 64 huge code, and now the next step is same. We need to convert this code into a binary file, and we drag and drop it here. The operation is to change this base 64 to a file, and here we get our edited image. And again, everything else is fine. We send it back to our Telegram using the chat ID that we sent to this trigger. And then after that, we will upload it to our Google Drive, which is same as before. And we will update our Google Sheet. You see here, we update request, ID, link, title, and type. All right, so now let's take a look at this search images tool. So this is our search image tool, and basically two things are happening here. This workflow will look for our intent. So our intent here can be two things. One is that we are searching for an image for ourselves. For example, we tell to our agent inside the Telegram that, hey, you remember that you made an image for that flash sale for the electronics store? Send it back to me. So it will look for that image ID and it will send it back to your chat. But the another intent is that actually you remember inside the edit image tool, we needed the picture ID to send it to OpenAI and tell that, hey, go edit this picture. This is for that. So it actually looks for our intent. If we want the picture for us, it will go and grab it and send it to us. But if it wants the picture for the edit tool, it will go another way and grab the picture ID and send it to edit tool. So here, when we call this workflow, we are sending three things. We are sending the intent, which we are defining by the model, and as a description, I'm telling that the intent of the user. This can be either get or edit, and I'll show you why we name it get or edit. The next thing is image. We are also using the feature defined by model. Description is that the image title, and the chat ID is the same for chat ID Telegram. So we send these three things to our search image trigger. And here, let me go to execution and see the recent one. So once the data are arrived from our main agent to this trigger, here we have intent, image, and chat ID. Actually, let's go to execution, to the recent one, and copy to the editor so I can show you. So the last run was actually this. The intent was edit. I wanted to edit an image, and the image was this one, and this was the chat ID for the Telegram. So we passed this information to our image search agent. And for the prompt or user message, I'm saying that the image is this one. I'm pulling it from here and putting it in front of image. And it has a system message where I'm defining for our agent an overview. I'm telling that you're an image retrieval agent, when the user provides a query, your task is to search the image database using the keywords from the query, locate the most relevant matching image. And for the output, I'm telling that return the name, ID, and the link of the image. And another thing is that if no image is found, output not found. So if you cannot find an image, it will tell us that not found. And here we have a structured output where we are saying that you need to output in this structure where we have image name, image ID, image link, and status. So right now status is found, but if we couldn't find the image, the status will be not found. The next step is actually to check the status. And if the output from the previous node is equal to not found, it will go this way and it will tell us that I couldn't find an image or not found. And basically here we have another if node which we check if the intent is get or edit. So you see that here we have this when executed by another workflow, first JSON.intent. This is exactly this one. We are putting it here. So this means that if the intent is get, we need the image for ourselves. Then it goes to the true branch and download the image and send it to our Telegram. But if this is false, the intent is not get and it is edit, it goes to this way, which output the image name and the image ID and send it to edit image tool. So when it comes to start setting this up for yourself and start working with this workflow, all you need to do is actually join my free WAP community. The link is down in the description. Once you join the community, you can go to the learn section, and from the learn section you can go to free automation templates and you can download all the templates from there. Once you download the file, you're going to come back to your own n8n, open up a new workflow and click on three dots, click on import from file, and you open up your workflow like this here. And then you will have some notes here that I'll put all the instructions on how you can set up this workflow for yourself. And always feel free to chat inside the community, and if you have some problems, me or someone else inside the community can help you out. Once again, thank you so much. You made it so far watching this video. If you found value and if you enjoyed it, just give it a like. It definitely helps me out. And if you have any questions, just put it down in the comment section. I'll be reading them and answering them as soon as possible. If you have any idea on creating new videos or if you want to see some specific tutorials, just let me know down in the comment and I'll see you in the next video.